Hello my darlings, welcome back to the family. Thank you so much for tuning in yet again. So today we're going to be talking about all the sweet stuff about makeup. So this is a basic makeup kit, or you can say a beginner makeup kit, or if you're not a makeup person, these are just the basics you need to have when you want to touch up your face. So I'm firstly going to talk about face care, how to keep the face this flawless. So keeping your face flawless, I believe that uniformity is the key. Keep everything uniform. If you're using a face wash, use the face wash, the toner, the scrub, and the day cream and the night cream. That creates something just like makeup. We layer and layer and layer all along. So even with face care, that's what we're using. So I'm not here to talk about the face care. I'm here to talk about the basic makeup kit. I think that's what we're all here for. So let's begin. So I'm going to start with the eyes. So for my eyebrows, I'm going to start with the tools. So the tools, the first important tool is either this little potty thing or the eyebrow pencil. You choose. And then this, a spoolie. Ladies and gentlemen, a spoolie is a must-have. A spoolie. And then if you do not have a spoolie, an alternative, an old toothbrush, it works wonders as well. It works as a spoolie. And then if you're using this potty things, this is the applicator. So lucky enough for me, my brush has both ways. It has a spoolie this side, and then it has this applicator thing on the other side. So I forgot a good sharpener. Okay, so we're going to start with the eyes. So you can still achieve a beautiful look using just this simple minor products. Okay, so now we are just shaping the brows. This is the shape I want for my brows. I'm gonna stick with it. So, and it's not a biggie if you've made a mistake shaping your brows. We're still going to clean them up with a concealer. So yeah, try following your hair, how your hair looks while doing this, just to create a more defined and natural look. So I think with the pencil I'm done now. So what I'm going to do next is this is where the spoolie comes in. You will see the difference. So the spoolie is simply for blending in your hair. You blend. Okay, so that's it. They look a little bit crazy, but don't worry. So once we're done with that part, we're going to take the concealer. So I'm done with the eyebrows, and all thanks to the spoolie. You see the function of the spoolie, it works beautifully. So what I usually do with it's the concealer. So you put on the concealer under the brows and on the corners of the brows. On the upper part of the brows, I'm going to define them with my foundation. So moving forth, if you are an eyeshadow type of person, or you are willing to learn about eyeshadows, which I'm still doing, you need a good palette. So this is my type of good palette. So this palette mainly consists of the shimmers this side. This is the bronzer, the highlighter, and the other part, whatever the part is. So it has some dark colors here, some naturals down there, some light colors here, some naturals. Like, it has quite a combination. That's what I'm trying to say. So if you are a neutral person, you can go for this. And then if you are on the brighter side, you can go for something like this, but with a bit of brighter colors up here. So that's what I'm trying to say. And another thing, lashes are a good thing, but a good mascara. So you also need a very, very good mascara, because lashes put put on the look together. Like your look will come together just because of the lashes, the brows, and the lips. So let's move on to the other areas. So because I've talked about the lashes, I'm going to put on my mascara, and also for the eyeshadow, you're going to use this to blend. This is a blending brush. It's an eyeshadow brush, so you can apply eyeshadows, you can blend your concealer, you can also do what do we call it, also set your lids with it. Hey, whatever sling. So let's go in with the mascara. My mascara is blue, but let me get a mirror, guys. Today I feel like I need a mirror for this, so let me get a mirror. I'm going to just focus on my mirror and put on my mascara. So let's not neglect the under eyes. Your lashes, the lower lashes, guys, let's not neglect them. They also make the look pop. Okay, so let's move on to the face. So now we are on to the face. So for the face, you're going to need a foundation. First of all, a foundation, a good foundation. So now here I have a Signature Cosmetics cover stick, and then I also have a Fit Me Yardley foundation, Maybelline, sorry, a Fit Me Maybelline foundation. So a good foundation, make sure it's the same as your skin tone, it's your color palette, because guys, first of all, you need to avoid ashy, and you need to avoid cracky, and you need to avoid being pure white here and black here, or being yellow here and black here, or being black here and yellow here. So you need to find something that's very similar to your skin tone. And if you do not know your foundation type, some people say they use their neck, some they say, but just don't go with something which you're not sure of. Rather ask someone in the store, in the makeup store, for them to test your skin, show you your real color, and then work with that. Okay, so also you're going to need a concealer. Your concealer should be one shade lighter or 2 shades lighter, depending on the type of look you want to achieve. And yeah, these are my 2 concealers. So you choose one, either liquid, either stick concealers. Both still work for me. So for the tools, a blending sponge, guys. This works wonders. This works miracles. For someone who applies foundation using just her hands, if you are using your foundation brush, still it's going to look flawless after you have blended. Ladies and gentlemen, let's try to blend. Okay, so another thing is this. Typical, everyone who starts a makeup kit has this. The tools must have this. So this for me, it's a blending brush, it's a powder brush. It does all the things you want to do on your face, whether you're applying blush, whether you're applying powder, whether you're applying foundation. This is a key. So for you to test if the brush is going to work, the density of the brush, you see, when I do this to the brush, the hair is full, so it's more dense, meaning it's going to apply and it's going to stick. Some brushes are so fluffy that when you try putting on powder or something, the powder just crack on your face. So it's either you will have this, or you can even use a Gubuki brush. So whichever one you prefer. The Gubuki brush is more denser, it has more volume in it, and more, what do we call, the brush is more thick, but I prefer this. So rather have this, and then when you are advancing to creating your makeup kit to look even much better, then you can opt for that. So let's put all those tools and whatsoever to test. So I'm going to start by applying what we call my foundation. Also, the other thing that I forgot is a primer. So a primer simply creates a barrier between your skin and the foundation, so that you can avoid things like pimples, and also it reduces the oiliness of the skin. But if you haven't yet gotten a primer, or you haven't yet budgeted to buy a primer, what you can do is use your random daily skincare routine and then apply your foundation over. What I'm trying to say is that if you're using a daily cream, Gentle Magic for instance, because I mostly use Gentle Magic, Pond's, Garnier, those ones I prefer because they reduce oiliness. If you're using such that they do not keep your skin oily and all that, then you can continue using them. You just put on your beautiful layer of Pond's, wait for it to dry a little bit, and then apply your foundation. That Pond's is going to create that same barrier that your primer has created. It's going to reduce the oil like it does each and every single day, and in the end you're going to put on your setting spray, so everything's going to be well. So let's do the foundation application. Most people will tell you a foundation brush. Now, my darling, I do not use a foundation brush. These are my foundation brushes. God gave me my foundation brushes. So let's go on. I'm going to apply my foundation. So after I've done that, I'm simply just going to blend. So one other tip about blending using your blending sponge is you need to just pour your sponge in some warm water, and then after you have done that, leave it there just for 5 seconds. Leave it there, wring it out, let it open up all the pores, expand there, and then voila, you have your beautiful foundation application. Let me get a mirror. Today I'm busy. A mirror. Okay, just to check the blending. Okay, so I think it's quite well blended, and I didn't want to apply too much foundation because remember, this is a beginner makeup, or for someone who wants to just start at a low point. So if you want a look, this is more polished for me. It's beautiful, it's blended well. So if you want a little bit more, you know, you can apply more foundation, and then it's going to give you that more full coverage you want. But I think that for me, I will just stop here. And then, so I'm just going to show you the concealer part. So I'm just going to apply the concealer just under my arms, just under my eyes. So I'm just going to apply the concealer under my eyes, because this is the spots where you want them to pop a little bit, you know, just to pop. So I'm just going to blend. Try not to move the concealer, just to blend it through. So I think I've applied way too much here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the same foundation that I've put on. Now I'm showing you how to correct your mistakes. So the same foundation, I'm just going to correct my mistake here. Okay, and then I'm going to just blend it through. So you can now see that so I've corrected that mistake. The only place highlighted is this part, and then this brings me to that. So it's either you're going to get yourself a setting spray and pressed powder. The reason why I'm saying both of this is because as a pressed powder creates some sort of ashy look, so the setting spray removes that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of powder. So I'm going to use the same powder to bake my concealer and also to set my face. So baking my concealer, what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply it like this, dab it through where I've applied my concealer. So this is a form of setting. This is a form of setting. So while it's dabbed there, it remains there. You can see that the concealer has changed. It's a bit yellowish now. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to set my entire face using the same powder. What I'm going to do is now I'm not applying, I'm blending it through. I'm just blending the powder through my face. So that for me now, what I'm doing is I'm just setting my entire face the same way I was setting the concealer, just for it to be a little bit not cakey. I'm going to do the same thing to the foundation. So we'll wait a little bit for the concealer to be set, and then we're going to dust off that. So while we're waiting for the concealer, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, remember I said a handy makeup palette for your eyes. So this palette works for the entire face. So I'm going to take the highlighting part. I'm going to highlight a little bit of my cheekbones. Okay, so I'm going to highlight my cheekbones with the same palette. So I'm also going to highlight my nose with that palette. So after my nose, a little. So I'm going to just blend it a little bit, blend the highlight a little bit. So I think, and then if ever you want to, that spoolie makeup brush is going to come in handy. So what we're going to do is we're going to set some fire, you know, fire on this, and then a lot of the corner of my eyes. Okay, okay, so from there I'm going to dust off the powder. So we're going to just dust off what we had there. So you can now see that there's a little bit of change. So now we're on to the lips. For the lips, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to use any lip brush or what. I'm just going to create a very simple plain lip and then we're just going to move further. So if you want something to do with contouring, highlighting, you'll just tell me in the comment box, and then I will show you a beginner contouring and highlighting type of stuff. So this video I wanted to just keep it simple, so let's do the lip. So this, and then you create the shape that you want with your lips. So for your lips, the shape, the size, the color, it's all your choice. You decide how you want it. If you've watched me closely when I was applying the lipstick, it started bright, it went darker. So if you want it to be a little more darker, you can still go apply another layer. The matte, the type, it's all up to you. So if you want to know more about the lips, on how to get them matte, get them ombre, get them slightly plumber, get them slightly bigger, get them shorter, please do hit me up on the comment box, and a video will be on the way. So once I'm done, so now I'm going to shake my setting spray, and then I'm going to set my entire face. I'm not good at this, so what I normally do is I apply it on my blending sponge and blend my entire face, but I'm going to try it out. So yeah, I can even taste it. So yeah, I think we are done. So I think we are done. Let me just take off this head wrap, and today I'm unprepared, Shem. I don't even have, what do we call it? I don't even have a brush with me. So I'm just going to use my hands. So this is the finished look, my darlings. If you're an eyelashes person, you could put on some lashes, but I think I will stop here for the sake of the title of the video, beginner makeup. So if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.